going to be reacting to visiting the Attack on Titan studio to draw anime, which is really based by PewDiePie. So let's get going with this. Let's see what this video has prepared for me.
A few months ago, I got a letter, an invitation from the royal house of anime, gods of anime. 𝑭𝑰𝑵𝑫 Studio invited me to come over. I could not pass up. They've animated Attack on Titan, Spy Family, a ton of shows, and even the new upcoming One Piece. This is a huge deal. They don't normally do this
animated
kind of thing.
the intro for some of the
believe it. Me? Apparently they saw my drawing video where I taught myself how to draw and was like, hey, let's have this read over. But I was not just coming for a visit. I was actually coming to participate and draw myself. So we filmed the whole experience and it starts off at 8 a.m. heading to 𝑭𝑰𝑵𝑫 Studios with Paul, the camera guy.
Is he in Japan?
We're heading to 𝑭�𝑰𝑵𝑫 Studio. The king of anime has invited me. I don't know why. If this doesn't go well, I'll be
reverse car. It has to be Japan.
You distract them, and I'll just run into the woods and live there for the rest of my life if this doesn't go well. I don't know why, I'm really nervous. I think drawing with professionals, that's kind of daunting, but I think it'll be really...
It's daunting, but it's really cool. Professional artists are actually usually very chill.
There's always plan B.
They're very passionate.
So first off, I got to meet with the board of directors and the creators. A bit of cultural explanation here. Japan is very formal business-wise, no matter what. You wear a business suit and a tie. Everyone looks the same in the business industry. So the fact that these guys pull up in Attack on Titan t-shirts and their goofy attitude,
rare. That doesn't happen.
I absolutely love. These guys were awesome.
Okay.
Aww.
So which anime have you worked in the past?
進撃の巨人、アタックオンタイタン、メインアニメーター、キャラクターデザイナー。
Super.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
So what are we gonna do today?
まずスタジオの中を見てもらいまして、アニメの工程か作り方の工程を。
Oh, they're gonna run him down through the process. I wonder if they go everything digital or if they work on paper. It's very rare to see things in paper. Only big studios do that.
Every day?
Yeah.
So you're also experiencing that today too. Together.
Oh. Okay.
Can you tell how much I am nervous about the drawing? I knew I was going to draw with the other animators, the warm-up drawing session, but I was dying on the inside, okay? This is something about drawing in front of other people, especially pros. Like, it's just daunting. But first,
it's something that you gotta, like,
some of their work.
Get used to.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Whoa. Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
That studio is very clean.
Legendary 18.
Oh, now they prepared this for him.
Animation cut.
This legendary scene in particular.
Oh, when I saw this in the original fucking episode, I wanted to actually die because doing 3D turnarounds is just death for me. I hate doing them. Absolutely despise doing rotating characters. It's just so time consuming.
You can probably tell what's so special about it. There's no cuts. They told me initially this was supposed to be 3 cuts, but the director just came in and decided to go Super Saiyan and was like, no cuts.
The director came over and said, you guys want to get paid? Well.
そこはもう彼にお任せして作業に入ってもらうんですけど、もうグ原さんはもうずっと会社に居続けました。
Mr. Ibarra came up with the idea to have it in one scene, so he had to take responsibility to complete it.
Okay.
Yeah. If people are gonna fucking burn their hands with that, I would actually die doing that.
For the whole day, for
especially such complex character models like the Shingeki no Kyojin one.
Expected this much of work to be done.
Oh, really?
So when everyone was checking the animation, they were saying that Mr. Ibarra is crazy.
Everything is they even have shadows. Holy fuck.
Awesome! It's crazy.
Crazy.
Nice work.
Maybe you have to be crazy to work on anime then.
I love how they emphasize just how crazy this was. This sort of move not only did it push the whole studio, but it pushed the whole industry as a whole. Seeing the original drawings for it in person, how this was all
they're doing in paper. Cool.
So sick. Then I was introduced to every department in the animation studio, and first up was director of color design. But before we get into that, let's get real for a second. The internet is worse than ever. Everything is free apps, free services. But remember, if it's free,
you're the product.
And companies
This
have taken
is a
full
sponsored
advantage
area.
of this. Your name, your phone number, your address, your relatives, your shopping habits. they
PewDiePie, do you
trade
really
this
have to
and
worry
sell
about this? You're
Then you might be
European.
like, I don't really care, whatever. They make money off your data. And it's not just like a little bit either. You're worth a lot more than you think. An estimate was 250 billion every year, and per person in the US is around $700. That's crazy. The good news is that you can clear yourself from
This is
these companies.
Incogni.
You have the legal right to do it. Yes. Problem. It will take you forever, and you have other problems in your life. I understand. That's where Incogni comes in.
Yeah.
They do all the work for you. You just sign up, give them the authority.
Incogni
and then
only
you
works
sit
in the
back
United
and
States, by the
relax
way.
and
If you really,
watch the
I
updates
tried
come
signing up for
through. Oh, another
Incogni.
one new.
If you are
Yeah.
not
I think it's so
specifically
cool 'cause it
in
used to be
the
a thing
countries
where
that they are
you were just
available
helpless
for,
to, and
you
you just
are
had to
basically a
accept.
shit
But now
customer
you
to
can actually
them. I
regain
really
control.
wanted.
Take control of your
I don't know if
privacy,
you guys
'cause
know,
otherwise
but
someone-
like more than 10 million people on Chile got hacked. Like everybody's identity got like stolen off of like the government and it's being sold in the fucking deep web. So that's pretty terrible. So if you're a Chilean person like me, there's a 50% chance that you may be a victim of identity fraud or identity theft. I wanted to try to see if any of these services could help me with that before that attack happened, because okay, my information's out there. Fuck it. I can't really do anything about it because it's the government's fucking things. It's not like a company. No, it's the government. The government fucked up. It was just like a whole thing, right? It was absolutely fucking disgusting. But I really wanted my information to like be out because I keep getting spam calls and it's just hell. My phone is ringing and it only rings for like spam calls. And the only method I've had of like relieving the pain of being called at like 3 p.m. during my nap time by some guy trying to sell me like a package for television which I don't watch is moaning and pretending and masturbating on the microphone or saying meow until they hang up. Some companies don't let him hang up. I've resorted to that shit. Incogni does not work unless you are a fucking US citizen, and it fucking infuriates me because I need something like that.
Someone else is going to do it for you. They also have this custom removal for their unlimited and family unlimited plan, where basically if you find something about yourself that you want removed online, you can direct them to do it for you, which is an amazing service. Another thing that I thought was completely impossible before. Check out incogni.com/PewDiePie for 60% off. Take advantage of that deal. It's an amazing deal. Take privacy seriously in 2026.
You're European. Why are you
That's
talking about this?
incogni.com/PewDiePie. Thank you for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to anime.
So no one is actually here yet. People, they said they come in at 12, so it's very quiet right now. But it's cool to see. よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
よろしく。
仕上げという部署の色彩設定ということをやっている
Okay, he's
橋
coloring
本と言います。はい、カラーデザイン。はい。
Wow.
I gotta be honest, I never really thought about colors that much. We looked at the character
No, it's
color
super
design
important.
for Attack on Titan. Seeing the raw drawing and then just it come to life with the color was so cool. It really makes you realize just how important color is.
Huh. Photoshop.
Obviously. But not only that, we got to see how it's drawn different colors, if it's twilight or sunset or night or day.
Yeah, they have different
All
color
this made a
palettes for
huge
different,
difference,
times
and it
of the
just looked
day.
Perfect. I don't know how to describe it. I will say this a lot in this video, but every single frame, someone has to color it. And seeing him do it, it's just unbelievable. You might have noticed
Yeah.
the raw image here has red and blue lines on it. That's basically
Yes,
a marker for
shadow and
them,
highlight.
what is highlight and what is shadow.
Oh, I don't know where- I have to work with that.
For you guys.
で、これをプレビューで動かすとこんな感じ
Wait,
で。
wait.
Any
What program
knowledge
is
for
that?
you guys?
で、これ
I don't recognize this.
をプレビューで動かすとこんな感じで
Wow.
動くって
The
いう。
most annoying part of like Attack on Titan in particular probably is the cleanup because of the values on the line art, to be honest.
To get this much.
そうですね。これ人にもよりますけど1枚塗るのに
Yeah.
15分、20分、30分とかかって。
And that's because they're
で日本の
fast.
アニメーションって1秒が24フレームなんで。
So it will take about
That's for specifically this anime and specifically movies. That is not correct for most cases. 24 frames is usually for movies or for high budget things. Attack on Titan can do that because they have the money for doing that. But usually you work on 12, and even on like you work on 2s. Usually that's how you call it, and it's 12 at like 12 frames per second, you're basically copying over two frames on a 24 frames per second animation. Some studios which are even more poor or even more independent, they usually are at 3s. It really depends on the situation. Limited animation is what really brought Japanese animation up, because it's just too expensive to do 24. You would need a lot of people doing what they're doing and doing it well properly in the first time.
About 15 to 30 minutes for one picture to be drawn. And in Japanese animation, 1 second is 24 cuts or 24 animations.
Can you tell my math brain did not figure out what that meant? A lot of work, that's what that meant. A lot of work goes into this.
Yeah.
Next,
That's why you need so many people.
With backgrounds and detail. Guess how many backgrounds is in an episode? I guess like 20.
Nah, we're 100 usually.
300 per episode. There's a whole department
At
for
least.
this.
Sometimes there are cases where you can reuse them, which is cool. It's amazing when you can reuse shit because you don't have to work as much. But yeah, you have to work every single fucking thing. I've worked mostly on movies and animated shorts. I wish I could tell you which ones, but that would dox me, lemao, because Chilean animation studios are very few, and there's very few actual professional animators in Chile because we are a very small country. So you would absolutely fucking figure out who I am. People probably have an idea of who I am already, but like, for those which we had a ridiculous tight budget, we still had over fucking 200 like backgrounds for an episode, or maybe 100 if it was like very limited. Or for movies in particular, it was like over 1,000, maybe 2. It's something that people don't really realize, and you have to sit down and do it yourself, or sit down and watch someone do it at least. You never really figure these things out. People really underestimate how hard animation really is.
ここは背景化のセクションになってまして
This is a section for the background team to be working on. He'll be introducing you about how background team is working on for the animation.
Nice.
Yeah, mostly this is
So they
digital.
started with raw image, like a basic sketch. Then, not in all, but then in some they get 3D rendering, and then they draw on top of that all the details.
Yeah, they're rotoscoping on top of 3D. A lot of people do that.
Just how they do it.
speeds
I
up
couldn't
the
help
thing
thinking like you
so
wouldn't
much.
even notice that unless you zoom in. The amount of levels that goes into the details is insane. And I was like, that looks amazing. But he goes, no, this is the rough version. Here's the real one. It's like, oh. It really does make a huge difference. I asked what was the most challenging thing about this, and the answer was so obvious but really interesting.
What's the most difficult thing?
Doing it over and over.
Making sure he makes it for the deadline.
Because it's just so much work. The issue, okay, this is particular for Japanese television. If something is not done, okay, so Japanese television is extremely strict when it comes to like deadlines, because their schedules on television are extremely fucking. The second it is 8:30 and something has to be on the screen, it has to be like the second it's 8:30, it will start. There is no delays, no nothing. It is scheduled super strict. So there have been cases where if your episode is not finished and it's like airing, and it was not finished, the television is gonna display a 30-minute or 22-minute black screen. There will be a fucking black screen, and that is shameful as fuck. And it is just, people really don't want that. It means you're not getting paid. It means the episode was lost. Like, a lot of money was lost. You're gonna just... It's terrible overall. Like, the television chains are gonna hate you for it, because they're losing viewers. If it's a black screen, nobody's gonna tune into that. They're losing ratings. So, that's very particular for Japanese people, that they have work in usually tighter deadlines than American shows or whatever, which you can kind of talk with the people to move it around. And that's also why the television version of these shows are pretty ass. I don't know if you watch, for example, Sailor Moon Crystal is a good example, where the television version is just terrible. Like, you can see in betweens that they were done in, like, with their, like, you can see it was so rushed, because you had to present something, and the models are disordered, and sometimes the colors aren't right, or sometimes the eyes aren't drawn properly, or sometimes the fucking proportions are noodles. So that gets fixed in the Blu-ray version where they have the actual time to finish these things, and that's why the quality just raises up so fucking high when the Blu-ray one comes out. So that is usually why the television version of things is shit. It's not because they wanted to be shit, it's mostly because someone died trying to finish that. Dragon Ball Super suffered from that too.
はやはり皆さん絵が好きなので、描いてること自体は楽しいので、そのスケジュールを守りながらどう自分の最大ポテンシャルを出すか。
You can tell this guy loves his job. He's like, oh, it's very fulfilling to finish it in time. And I'm like,
Everyone works on a deadline. He's like, I love drawing. I can keep drawing forever, but we have to keep constantly moving. And when you draw on a tight schedule, that's gonna make it so
that's
much
so many
more
layers,
difficult.
holy shit.
And I got to experience this firsthand in our next planned event, the Croquois session. This is a session they do to warm up every single day. Everyone sits in a circle and then you take turns
the
to draw each other. in all
cookies! Yeah, I've
these
had to do
different
this
poses.
before.
おー、すごい。わー。すごい。
He's like, oh no! Oh no! He's so nervous! I've had to do cookies my fair share. I always had trouble doing actual proper body proportions because I'm so used to drawing cartoons. Like my art style personally is kind of like either very much like Cuphead, like old cartoons, or something very stylized like, I don't know, the I would say something like the Lancer art style with a little bit more anime, like the Lancer RPG. So I'm mostly leaning towards like very stylized things. So whenever I had to sit down and do croquis, I suffered because I'm so used to like summarizing so many things that are just not there. You start with 30 seconds, and then you warm up and do 2 minutes or maybe 5 minutes, and yeah.
Okay. Draw anything in 30 seconds. It's impossible. They told me it was going to be fast, but I did not realize just how fast 30 seconds is.
It's to catch the main pose.
Wow. Okay, じゃあ。
Oh, she's holding a plush. That's cute. Also, the big benefit about doing this with like a real person or a video is that the person's not going to stay still constantly, right? So they're going to be shifting a little bit. They're going to be moving a little bit. So you have to adapt that, and you have to like adjust that. So this really works a lot to practice encapsulating and summarizing the most important things of a drawing, and then getting to the details. Thinking in macro and then in macro and then micro, because you're not gonna have the entire time of the day to do the micro stuff like every single step of the way. So it's a really good practice if you really wanted to do croquis. I highly recommend it if you really want to get into practicing for animation in particular. Drawing and all that stuff. Even if you do 3D, I personally do 3D mostly, but I still recommend doing croquis with the videos. There's a lot of videos on Vimeo. I'm probably gonna leave it like in the description if there's anything interesting that I can find, because like I really recommend doing this if you really want to get into drawing, getting into the proper mindset.
早いすぎ。
Oh. No! He really tried! Hey!
I was like, what? Are people actually
Yo,
doing
he
stuff?
actually got the body out. That was really nice.
Slept back in school.
I haven't dared to look at other people's yet. I hope they're as bad as mine, but I know that's not the case.
No, they're professionals. Pew, don't feel bad. Felix, don't be bad. Don't feel bad. They do this for like every single day. He's actually trying to capture the proper pose. No, I felt that the first time I tried to do croquis. I understand. That's valid. That's valid. The first time sucks. Now, of course, they're doing a lot of to the camera shots. Like practicing perspective is also really a good way to like practice these. Notice how PewDiePie is actually using like a graphite pen, while the other people are using an animation pen, which is usually blue and red. It's probably because they're used to like drawing with that one a little bit more, and it's a little bit less rough. I could talk about this shit all day. I'm so sorry. I'm like a peaceful post fuck.
Then after a couple of sessions, we switched to 3 minutes.
3 minutes to draw. Now?
Now.
Oh, okay, okay.
People underestimate how hard it is to stand still for fucking 3 minutes, especially if you have ADHD like me. I've had a model a couple times. I did not like it. I had to sit still. Oh, that's actually conveying
Then
the
all of a sudden I'm
pose.
like, this is too much time. Ah!
Nah.
But eventually I got a rhythm of it. I got a flow and I was feeling good.
And
I was
then you
like,
start
okay,
trying to do
I like this. This is not too bad. This is not too bad.
practicing things, yeah.
Then I made a terrible, terrible mistake. I glanced over to my left and
No! Don't
my
do that!
God.
You don't do that! You don't do that until you're done! No! No, you don't do that until you're done! No!
that is the most incredible piece of art. Looking at mine, just looking like a baby drew it. What I didn't know at the
Because you
time
are,
was I was sitting
baby.
next
You're
to the art
learning.
director for Osama no Ranking, the big boss.
That anime is amazing.
Yeah, that was next level. I've been drawing for 2 years. I would still consider myself a beginner. Then it was my turn to pose. I wish I picked a less uncomfortable pose. I was in agonizing pain for 3 minutes, but I think I played it off pretty well.
Maybe you go?
Oh no!
このです
3 minutes! I thought he was gonna do something more crazy. Okay, so this is something that a lot of people do. You think in negatives to work a little bit faster. This is very hard to get accustomed to. The first time I tried to think in negatives, I actually got a headache. But it's thinking about having... You notice they have a curtain behind them, right? I had a very similar room when I would do this, and I would use the curtain to figure out the negative border in here to have more accurate lines of what is actually there if you want to copy something like directly. So working in negatives is just very, very very good when you're trying to convey something quickly. It's also very good to actually figure out a pose without thinking too much of it. Most of them are actually working in negatives. You can also tell some people do more storyboards and more actual finished work and more illustrations depending on how they convey the art that they're doing. Ah! PewDiePie has aged so well, not gonna lie. I would have died doing that.
Everyone is so good. I don't want to
It's like so
Afterwards, we
embarrassed.
reviewed each other's art.
Cleaning up. Then
You can tell how long it's been since he started like doing the voiceover and the actual recording because of the beard. I find that so funny.
I felt okay, and then I look over to my left and right, and I'm like, no. This is not... Yeah, it was so fun. Yeah, a little. It was super interesting. I've never done anything like it. These are
I
amazing.
highly recommend it.
Yeah,
He
they're
should
all so
keep
good.
doing that.
I shouldn't be next to another one. Everyone draws so fast too. This is
Yeah.
like level
Because
1.
if you don't do it, you get hungry. You don't get paid if you don't.
Level 100. It's kind of weird for me to just be like, oh, this is terrible. This is amazing. Okay, I'll just have a look then. Okay. Oh, I like the line art. It's really good. You guys did shading too. I didn't even think of that.
That's usually
And
more
different
of like a story by kind of vibe.
Whoa, so good. Damn.
Show the drawings! I want
I
to
have only
see!
good things to say. I
Dude,
don't
he's
know.
enjoying the art and
I
it's
like
just
how
so
you did this one as
small!
well.
There you go,
That's
thank you!
Wow. I
Y'all.
have a long way to go.
An
I
artist
was
never
so scared
finishes
of this drawing
learning.
session. I almost didn't even accept this offer. I know it sounds crazy, but
Ah.
just to me, it just
You feel
seemed
so
too
small.
much, like too
It
scary,
humbles you a
too
lot,
big
yes.
of a deal. Like this amazing studio invites me over to draw. I got like, what's it called? I never had this feeling before. Everyone
Humble.
talks about it. When you feel
got
like
humbled.
you're not worthy or something. I don't.
Imposter
I felt like
syndrome.
I wasn't worthy for this opportunity, so I almost said no to it. In hindsight, I was so stupid because everyone in the room was just so supportive and just wanted to do their best.
So I think with this video, there will be a lot
Artists
of people
get
that
really
want to
excited
learn
when
to
they get
draw.
to talk about
you
art.
recommend this sort of exercise for people to do? Or?
Every artist who does art for a living has art as a special interest because if it's not, then you don't have the, like, you will quit. You will quit. You will stop because you would need to have a level of masochism or obsessiveness towards the thing you're doing to be able to continue. I tell you right away. You need masochism to continue with this path. I tell you, I needed it. Like right now, I'm just watching other people talk about it. I'm talking about it myself. Fuck.
いや別にそんなまあ
まだそう
最
なんだ
初は早く書くとかじゃなくていいんですけど、なんか思いっきり書くみたいな結構最初だと躊躇してちっちゃく書いちゃったりすると思うんで、なんか絵を大きく描くとか楽しんで書くっていうところを大事にしてもらった方がいいかもしれない。
As a beginner, you may
knows what he's
would
talking
have a
about.
habit to go more and more detailed, but be more dynamic. And, have
Yeah,
fun
stop
instead of
not thinking about how the details first. You gotta think about the big picture first and then about the details. That's like really, really important when you're trying to learn how to do art. Children excel at this. They excel at this. Sorry. Children are excellent examples. If you look at children's drawings, they have natural composition, natural composition in their brains. Like they automatically have the good composition. And if you give them my entire paper, they're gonna use it properly. And they also like have very good natural way of conveying something big with very little detail. You can just tell what they are. And as you get older, you start thinking about the details, and that's something that you have to like unlearn to be able to or to be able to control. Like you have to have the bigger picture first and then do detail. That's the point of Kroki.
about yourself.
Yeah,
is more
yeah,
important, he
that's
said.
good. Yeah.
楽しかったです
I got even got critique on my
Everybody's
art,
so
and,
happy to have him there.
Yeah, I made the biggest noob mistakes ever.
Like maybe compare because it's the same.
Nah.
残酷だなと思ってなんか
It's so evil having a beginner and a
That's so
professional.
mean.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's if anything, it's inspiring. So.
こうやって比較していただいてインスパイアされるのですごくありがたいというふうに言ってます。学びになるっていうことを言ってますね。
Areas of improvement. Where can I? What should I work on? Do you
なの
think?
で次どういうところを意識してやればいいと思いますか
Oh, don't make him say that.
It's okay.
なので
前のを見てもいいですか
Ah, so
ああそうかそうですねもうちょっと大きく書くといいかも
You can just do it bigger.
Use the
yeah, I
paper.
noticed you yeah, this is a habit.
gotta use the entire paper,
Everyone
that's
drew
another
bigger
thing,
and it's much
composition.
more interesting, and it's hard to
And
do.
animation is very important, so.
こう長く
Yeah, have a longer stroke and be more dynamic, dynamic as you
yes,
said
yeah.
as well.
I think
Yeah, it's chicken
Confidence
stretches
is
also
probably
like make your work slower.
もうちょっと自信を持て
Yes,
るようになると
he has them. Not that much. I
At
started
this
worse.
point, I was so relieved and so happy. I was like, okay, now I get to enjoy the rest of the day. You probably had this experience.
No,
where
you're gonna keep
there's
suffering.
an important day, but there's just one moment that you kind of dread. So once I was done, that was done. I was feeling so relieved. I was like, okay, no more pressure on me. I just get to enjoy the last of this amazing tour. Wrong.
No,
it was about
wrong.
to get way worse. They were gonna have
The other
me
parts are
actually
harder,
animate.
actually.
I've
Kroki's
never
the fun
animated ever. I don't animate. So we enter the room where everyone is working. It's a very respectful atmosphere, quiet. I got to look at the raw storyboard for Attack on Titan
Oh,
intro.
that is
This
so
is where the
fucking
director
cool.
first shares his
Oh my
vision,
God.
the different notes and detail.
こっち側アクションのところに必要な動きこういうのを書いてほしいとかあとはカメラの動きとかが書いてあるのがここ。
It has the instruction on how you want the characters to move, and in the boxes
That conveys the
you also
general
have
idea.
the instruction for the camera team to whether, for example, pan up. It says there how cameras are moving, not the characters itself. Because it's the opening, the animation itself would have a longer part with more scenes and details. So this is the first cut till here.
今これに合わせ
It's a very Japanese thing to have storyboards like vertical. I'm used to the American or Western way of doing. I do them horizontally. It's so interesting to see it like this.
て、基本的には
I don't get to see him that
は
much.
作業を進めていくっていう形に
Yeah, they work on the
This then
keyframe.
gets passed to the keyframe team, which draws a rough version of the keyframe.
Not all fucking shows are like this, by the way. Not every single show has a storyboard. Some of them are script driven. A good example of a show like that is the Powerpuff Girls reboot. You can literally tell. I could just go on a tangent about this one, but you can just tell that there is no storyboarding on that one, and it's purely script driven. Because the character's positioning is very messy. And a storyboard driven show, at least in the Western world, you can tell Steven Universe is very, very storyboard heavy, and you can tell that because they follow the storyboard very, very close to the character models. And if you look at the storyboard artist or the storyboard supervisor, those artists have very particular ways of drawing the characters. Some of them drawing very short, some of them drawing with a very specific way of conveying the hair, and you can tell which storyboard artists work together because they draw very similarly. And when you mix them up, you have sometimes character models changing the way they look between each one frame and another, one take and another. So that is sometimes usually very well taken care of in Japanese animation, but in smaller productions like those, you can see little quirks like that, and in storyboards, how important the storyboard is to the team. These are actually very simple. They're very, very simplified. I'm not used to seeing such simplified storyboards. I usually have more detailed things, so the keyframing people don't suffer as much. They have a little bit less of work, but I guess the big budget goes to the keyframers here.
Frames, like a first version of the animation. It was really cool and interesting to see how much is still drawn by hand or physical pieces being used.
This is not a good example.
Which is this green paper. Looking at this animation being better than anything I will ever draw.
That is something I don't miss about doing traditional. I hated the fucking the keyframing instructions on paper. No. I'm so glad I am just mostly digital
and
now.
It's the rough first draft.
So these are actually all drawn by hand?
全部手で描いてるんですか？そうですね。
Yes.
So many for just small movements.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Because it's 24.
ありますよね。そうですね。短いのにね。It's for 14 seconds.
Yep, that's 14 seconds.
But after
looks
that,
about
it was
thickness.
time for me to test it out myself.
Oh, they use TV Paint. Huh. I found a lot of studios use that.
They gave me a classic animator's exercise, which is to draw a person jumping off a box. 15 minutes, go. What?
I remember going through this pain and suffering.
How many
drawing you need?
Yeah.
すごいシンプルに動かして。
Yeah, you need about 10 frames to convey stretch, squash, and tension, and overlap if you really wanted to.
I was freaking out internally. What have I gotten myself into? But I decided to try my very best.
I've had to do this with inanimate objects. Actually, it's a very good exercise to do with people who are newer. Make a sack of potatoes jump. Make a table walk around. Things that are not supposed to be moving, animate them and turn them into something alive, because that usually has not a lot of guides, and it forces you to think how you would do it just by applying what you've learned. It's a very good exercise. I recommend it.
Paul, can you jump for me so I know how it looks like?
A lot of animators have mirrors. I usually, when I used to animate on 2D, and then I am a weird person, but I usually animate on 2D first, and then I would 3D the keys, just so I can have an idea of how I would keyframe things. This is just a particular thing for me, and I needed a mirror. I needed a desk mirror to do the acting myself. And a lot of big studios, I know Pixar has rooms where they have all their monitors and stuff. This was in the 90s. I don't know how it is now. They would have full body mirrors so you could act out and check the details so you could draw it. It's very common. It's very common to have references.
Slower. How can you jump slow? How can you just not?
You need the intention the jump, which you can apply stretch and squash respectively, and then you can just thud to the floor.
Have to go down, and then jump, and then back to the way it started.
You prepare, you do the
I
action,
think my strategy
you
will
receive
be to
the end.
just draw and see what happens.
He's using a same tick too! Like, he's using it the most comfortable way. Oh, he's trying so hard. Oh, this is so sweet. I love seeing this.
He shrunk.
But after a little while, the realization hit me. I'm sitting in the same room as some of the best artists in the world. And here I am drawing this absolute garbage.
Ah.
He's got to go down lower. You can't jump from this position, right? It's got to be lower. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta poke your ass.
Like, boom. Boom. Boom.
He's doing interpolations. No, he needs to poke his ass out. Saca el culo.
At least he's consistently shrinking. I'm throwing this because I'm doing so poorly. I know this is like the worst, but it's really fun actually to draw. So,
I feel like his lines are too... I'm so used to working with a very thick pen and then working with a very small pen. Just so I don't worry about the details.
it's not terrible. Because it's so fast,
He
you can't
needs
see
more
it.
timing.
Well, I tried.
But again, I actually managed to finish the task. And after Sensei cleaned up my keyframes, because I didn't understand any of that, we got to watch my little animation. And you know what? It didn't look too bad.
Oh, nice.
Nah, he timed it.
Some missing legs.
Yeah, he timed it. He timed it. Yeah, the timing is super important when it comes to actions.
He's jumping. Yes, he may have shrunk through the process, but he jumped. But then again, I didn't know this. Same experience again. Sensei was drawing next to me the entire time. We got to compare.
No, that is so mean. Don't compare yourself. That's terrible.
But it was still really, really cool to see. I was like, oh, so that's how I should have done it.
Maybe you want to see your sensei's work?
Wait, he drew now as well?
I want to see how big the ass of the sensei is. Oh, it's like he took a different approach. It was like a forward jump, not with like the toes together. He did it like a step.
The right size too.
There's a lot of ways of interpreting these things. It's important, like
and
lay down.
Arms and everything.
Using the arms of the body parts to stretch and squash is also important. Especially when you're working with like human
I didn't think it was
things.
possible. That's amazing.
He didn't think about the arms because the cameraman had something in his arms. That's why he didn't think about the arms.
Next, I got to meet with the department for line work and the in-between frames. Someone usually
the pain.
draws the overall, like maybe this, going to this. And like I said, every single line has to be drawn by someone. All the in-betweens to that move has to be drawn.
Unless you're working with vectors, which they do not.
That's amazing.
So this is the keyframe. She will be drawing on top of this.
Wait, what has she worked on? 𝑭𝑰𝑵𝑫 and beginning of new era in betweens. Oh, she's the checker. Okay.
This.
That's so cool.
Like this. These are each keyframes.
This is not TV Paint. This is... What is this? Is this Toon Boom Harmony? I'm so curious. Hold on. I really want to know what they're using. Is it Toon Boom? Oh my god, somebody in the comments tell me what it is, because I don't recognize this workspace. I'm so used to different workspaces. You can customize these so much. I want to say it's TV Paint, but I don't feel confident on saying it is.
You'll be learning how she draws the in-betweens.
Wow. It's impressive.
So this is what she added. This is the guided keyframe, this is in between, this is the keyframe, this is the in between.
I thought for sure there would be like a rough version and she just goes from that, but I guess, yeah, it makes sense that
You can do a rough, but it takes time.
What am I supposed
And
to
when
do?
you're working in tight schedules, you don't have the time
Some
for
of
a
this work involved literally just tracing what was already there. And you think
Mm-hmm.
there's no way for me to mess that up, but it was harder
No,
than
it is. It is probably one of the most annoying work is to do keyframing for... No, in-betweening for keyframes.
Is this backed up so I don't ruin anything?
Ah, yes,
okay?
it's always saved. Okay, another thing, he's drawing through the wrist. He's using the wrist to turn around the hand. You should use your arm.
I'm just getting a feel for the pressure.
The lines have to be connected. So you have to be, so you know, the coloring team would be just painting on top, right? So it has to be a straight line.
I can't draw that much.
Drawing lines is hard.
This is impossible.
It's also not his tablet. This was all that. Like, I've had to draw with someone else's tablet, it was pain. It's like using another person's toothbrush.
Ah, no, I lost
They're
everything.
not giving him the onion skin? Wait, is it drawn without onion skin? Are you fucking real?
Impossible.
Oh my god, no.
No.
Wait, this is just cleanup. It's not in between, it's just cleanup.
Ah, no, I lost everything. Okay.
No! Bye!
What do we think of that one?
You're getting better.
I think I
No,
made
don't
worse.
use your
Can we
wrist!
have...
Good exercise, actually fucking tape your wrist. Don't allow yourself to move your wrist when you're drawing if you want to do a solid line art. You try to use one of those fucking things when you break your arm or your wrist that stiffens it, and don't allow yourself to move the wrist. Use your arm. You're gonna thank me later.
The computer make the line straighter and less shaky? No, I'm joking. It's hard to do these long lines.
Long, curvy lines are always difficult.
Okay, that's fine. He doesn't know.
This is a lot harder than it looks. I will say that.
I mean, you could also be doing it way hard, like worse than it actually is, because
And
it
it's
would be funny
already
for the
so
bit.
wobbly. This is my best. This is my finest work.
I guess she knew it. That's why she asked you to do the hair.
I think so.
一番大変だから髪の毛やってって言ったんですね。
いや、そうですね、ちょっと大変なところ。
Yes, exactly.
But it was really cool to see the images in this raw form and just how insanely good they look. Like, this is just one frame. And again, of course, we got to compare. Yes,
No!
mine sucked.
Do you want to compare?
No!
Yes, yes.
So this is the one you have drawn.
Yeah. Wow.
This is the.
You have the volume. This is another thing very particular about Attack on Titan. There's 2 lines because you're supposed to fill these with black. That is a value of the line. You don't usually do pen pressure when you're doing animation. Don't do pen pressure. You're gonna hate yourself. Don't do it. Always do numb pressure. Don't do pen pressure when you're doing animation. Don't do it. Don't beat me. It's easier to do this kind of values and then paint bucket them in. It's gonna be cleaner. It's gonna look better. It's gonna be so much easier to do in between. A thick line does not in between, right? So don't do it.
That's a big jump.
That's also a thing that he didn't know.
Yeah.
This is you.
Wow. Even though it's just tracing lines, there's such a difference. Yeah, it's crazy. I'll have to practice more.
Now it was 5 p.m. The day was done, for me at least. And I got to meet with the creators of the studio again to reflect on the day.
It's a really unique opportunity and I had so much fun. I'm very grateful.
アニメーターの人たちもテンション上がってました。
Yeah, they were so excited. You can tell. They're just so low profile. Animators are very low profile. There's very few of them who are actually like very talkative.
I think it was really fun to try out myself. I was already impressed by how much work goes into making the anime, but then trying it myself made me really understand it, and I'm way more impressed now as well.
Makes
I got
you
to
appreciate
animate
the
for
work,
the first
honestly.
time, and it was really difficult.
本当に大変で、もう大変でした。
I forgot to delete my drawing, so if they could please make sure it's deleted.
No!
まずいので。
I'm pretty sure one of them at least kept it.
どうしようかな。
You have to think about it.
I think I probably contributed to the worst drawings ever drawn in this building.
Aww. Don't be like that.
永久保存版
They'll preserve the data you have drawn as data created by PewDiePie.
I think you know, it was really fun for me, and I think everyone in watching the video will really better understand the process of all the work that goes into making anime and appreciate it as well.
Yeah, I haven't shut the fuck up about it.
Don't draw.
Pause, champ.
It's really inspiring to see how much hard work goes into it.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
In typical Japanese fashion, they gave me a lot of gifts, which were amazing.
Aww.
Ton of Attack on Titan merch. I even got, look at this,
So
signed
cool.
version for
Oh
Ozama no
my
Ranking.
God,
Look at
that's
this,
so cool.
even a signed keyframe.
Yo.
Hand-drawn. That is so cool. How
Yo,
sick
I have
is
one
that?
of these. I have one of these where one of my tutors, which worked on Disney. I keep it. He sent it from Europe to here in Chile for my birthday, and it was like the cutest fucking thing. It was like hand drawn. It was like a copy of an actual keyframe that he did for what's the name of this? Sword in the Stone, I think it is, where Merlin is there. It was Merlin just saying happy birthday and my legal name. It was just so cute. I'll see if I can find it somewhere.
I can't believe it. But I was not ready for the last surprise, the last gift.
あともう一個あります。
There's one more.
No, they're gonna have an illustration for him. That would be so cool. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it had to be! Yo! That is so cool!
So cool.
You can't not have artists do fanner of you, bro.
調査兵団 PewDiePie
An actual Attack on Titan official rendering of myself. How insane is that?
Oh, I would
can't
die.
believe it.
I would
can't
die.
believe I
Oh
own
my
this
God.
piece of
Oh.
I don't know, this is amazing. After this experience,
He's actually so happy.
I
He's
look at
weeb
anime
shaking.
differently with a new set of eyes. I look at the background and I notice and
Yo,
appreciate
you got
all the details that someone had to put in there. I
You got the
notice how
Virgin
characters
Mr.
move
Beast
more and
being
appreciate
told
the
to
thought
do
that
this
actually
watch
went
made in abyss,
behind
and then we
it.
got
How colors is
PewDiePie
used and
actually
chosen
fucking
for
learning
different
and
scenes.
just
And one last
doing
time, how
art.
every
Just the
single
chattest of
frame,
chats, bro.
every single
This is,
piece
you can
was
tell he's just
actually
like
drawn by someone.
ecstatic.
I think in a time of AI, even if you don't draw, that was just so inspiring. What an incredible experience to be able to have done this.
Yeah.
I will cherish this
Oh, it
memory.
actually
Thank
makes
you,
me
Wit
happy to
Studio,
watch.
so much, and I'm so glad I got to share this with you guys. And
They're
thank you
probably
for
super
watching.
excited.
Bye.
Oh, I fucking love this video. No way. Did he actually sign in there?
Yeah.
No, that's so good. Oh, they're all so cool.
This month we're traveling a lot, and what always happens whenever we travel, the inevitable connecting to public Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi?
Two sponsorships in one video? This guy is making bank. I'm so jealous of that. I want to be like him when I grow up.
You should always use
30 miles
a
away.
VPN. NordVPN. Say it with me.
NordVPN.
Smurgos. Board. Connect always. I'm even connected right now. I made a little module for me. Look. Because whatever I do online, if I want to download, it's my goddamn business. It's my...
Let them boy download hentai freely, bro. Let the my man download hentai.
Protect yourself online. If you go to nordvpn.com/PewDiePie, you get a huge deal on a 2-year plan plus bonus extra 4 months
sponsorships
for free.
in a single
New Year's
video.
resolution. Take your online
I don't
privacy
even mind it.
seriously.
He's just so
This is the best
charismatic.
deal for NordVPN you're gonna find, so take advantage. Thank you, Nord, for sponsoring this video. That's nordvpn.com/PewDiePie.
This was such a good video. Oh my god. You can tell I'm very very passionate about this topic because the video's 32 minutes and his has been going on for fucking 50. Jeez, I won't shut the fuck up. Sorry, listen. My only talent is not shutting the fuck up, so if you're in for that, thanks for watching.